everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
What?
Okay, maybe not. Hey guys, I'm Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Can't Get Right Couple.
I ain't coming with you this time. I let you do it yourself,
Yeah.
brother. You know
This
what
is
I'm
pretty
saying?
good. I think that was
Yes.
good right there.
Yes.
So, how you doing this
We
weekend?
hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm
pretty
doing
sure
okay.
you are falling asleep on. Always falling asleep on a brother. Always falling
On
asleep.
Sundays, because
You know what I'm saying?
because we get up early to go to church.
So what? It don't matter. You're an adult. You shouldn't be taking naps.
Man, it felt good.
Naps
y'all. I
is
ain't
for
gonna even
kids.
lie.
That ain't.
I need a nap.
So-
I don't get the nap.
Well, I understand that too. I mean,
Yes.
but you're an adult. So what do we have today? I mean, what's going on? What's our topic?
So our topic of the day is from a quote. A marriage is like a house. When the light bulb burns out, you don't go buy a new house. You just fix that bulb that's broken or that has gone out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think
That's strong.
That is pretty strong. So let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
So what you're saying is, or what I'm getting from this is, a lot of couples are having problems, and instead of fixing it, they just decide, I don't want to be with you no more. So let's just go our own separate ways. And then the thing with it though is, if you're in a relationship and you having issues like this, and you don't want to fix the issues, and you much rather go and separate and be with somebody else, how do you know that you're not taking that baggage and those problems to somebody else instead of working on it and fixing it?
That's
deep, my brother. I know.
That's
deep, my sister.
And
Yeah,
were
yeah.
you and piggyback off of that, were you the right couple? Was that your soulmate in the first place? Because if you're having some issues and you're not willing to solve them,
Yep.
between the both of you, and you're ready to just throw in the towel
Just because things get hard.
just because things get hard, was
No.
that the right person for you from the get-go?
Yep.
See, we get so caught up on physical attraction, which that's a part of being in a relationship, but that shouldn't be the sole purpose, and that's where people get it mixed up.
Do you get it mixed up?
No, I don't get it mixed up, bro.
I almost
So
did.
we're so focused on whatever. So we're so focused on the physical attraction part, we don't even really just take the chance to look deeper. We just want to look cute together. We just want to look like we belong together. Don't look like you belong together. Feed inside that person's soul and see if that person is the right person for you.
I actually posted something a few weeks ago. It says if you're gonna be in a relationship, then be in it, and that's pretty much what this is about. I mean, you gotta be there, and you gotta understand. So many people give up so easy,
and everybody is so jump into going to seeking counseling. Whereas that's a good thing, and that kind of should be your last resort, because if y'all living together every day, y'all paying bills together every day, you guys are laying in the same bed, you guys should be talking to each other, trying to figure out where did that light burn out.
Exactly. Speaking of counselors, are we counselors?
No, we're not counselors.
We're not counselors.
We're just a couple that's been married for some years, and we've been through some things. So we just want to come to you and pour out some marriage knowledge.
So years, does that qualify for 2 years, or should I put a 0 on the end of the 2?
Yeah, you should put that 0 on the end of the 2, bro.
Yeah, so we've been together for 20 years and we've been through some things. So, yes, we're not counselors or nothing like that.
And we don't claim to be.
Yeah.
We just want to do some videos and make people laugh, but also bring up the issues that go on in everyday life that people don't talk about or they don't think is important enough to talk about.
Like something like this. It's so many people. See, here's the problem. People get married. They have problems in their relationships, and then they go talk to their single friends, or they go talk to their other female friends or male friends who's having issues in their marriage, and then they tell them exactly what they want to hear. Oh, no, you need to get rid of her, or you need to get rid of him.
Let's not mix up the two. He does make a valid point. Sometimes females just want somebody to vent to. They don't really want your advice. They just don't have anybody that they can confide in to talk to specific situations.
And that's why
I personally wouldn't take advice from anybody that's single if I'm married. That's just me. I don't know about you, but if I'm talking to a friend of mine that's single, I should not be allowing that single person to give me advice on my relationship or my marriage. That's just a personal preference. I'm not sure about you guys, but please, if you do talk to a single friend, you should not be taking advice from them about your relationship with your spouse.
Well, and I agree with you on that too as well. But also keep in mind, just because you have other people that's married that's going through rough times, and then you try to go talk to them, and then you guys want to sit around and have a pity party with she ain't doing this and she ain't doing this, and well, he ain't doing this and he ain't doing that, and then before you know it, the ideal, if you even had the slightest idea of wanting to go work it out and work through this, now you've been influenced
on the negative
on the part of, well, I ain't got to deal with this no more. I can just go do my own thing.
Yep.
And
and see, the thing is that when you are talking to the person that you're venting to, you don't want that person to agree with you. You want that person to tell you, hey, well, what happened? What stemmed this? What started? Because you want them to start questioning whatever you're telling them. You want them to question you and make you look at it from a different angle to see how you could go back to your spouse and try to fix it as soon as possible. Because all of these relationship problems and stuff can be easily fixed. I wouldn't say easily fixed, but you could be on the road to recovery if you would just sit and talk.
Yes, absolutely. So
because it could be something so minute. The person could have been having a bad day and they just stemmed off a whole bunch of stuff, and then you had your stuff and you didn't agree with that person, and that light bulb just started just flickering, and then it just burst, and then now, you know what I'm saying, you don't know what happened. And now both of y'all mad at each other, and it's something as far as a basket was in the way. You know what I'm saying? So while we talk about this all the time, always sit and reevaluate yourself. And always listen to your spouse and hear what they got to say, even though you don't agree with it. Because that is us as individuals, that we're not going to agree on every single thing that our spouse is saying. And that's what makes relationships.
Human. Yes.
And we are all human. We're not robots. So
that's why it's so important if you're going to talk to somebody outside your marriage, not necessarily a counselor or anything like that, talk to somebody mature. Don't go talk to someone who hasn't experienced things on your level.
Yes.
Now there's some people who are younger who have a
mature mind, and they've been through stuff a lot earlier than
overall,
expected.
Reach out for somebody that's mature about their situation, who, like she said, you don't want to go to somebody who's just going to agree with you everything you say, because you're telling them, most of the time we only tell our one side of the story, because we want.
And that's where it gets a lot of people in trouble too, because you're telling your side and the other person has their side, and that just really becomes a problem. Either way, it doesn't matter. You don't get both sides of the story, so you can analyze the situation as a whole. You're only hearing one side. So, I would just say, listen to that person and have them, ask them, well, are they listening to their spouse?
Yeah.
Did y'all sit down? Ask them those questions. Did you sit down and have a talk with your spouse about this situation? Do you know where it stemmed from? Even though we keep going back to those same things, those same tips, those tips are the tips that are going to help you get to a recovery in your relationship.
You got to get to the core of really what's going on. You got to get to that
core, because if you don't hit that core, you're going to have problems on top of problems on top of problems on top of problems, and then that's when it's going to go downhill. And then that's when everybody's going to say, I'm calling it quits, and I want to get separation, and then that's when it's going to lead to infidelity and all that other stuff, and then now it's going to blow up into one big thing. So
remember, if the light bulb is bad, you can sometimes change the light bulb and that'll fix the problem. But sometimes it takes you to really look at the root of the problem. why does this light bulb keep going out for?
Yep. Maybe you might need to bring an electrician to see if some wires just went haywire.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You really do. This is the stuff that you really have to really look at, and you have to be committed to the relationship. You have to be committed to being. It's going to sound funny, but you got to be committed to what you guys have, and you can't just throw it away because there's an issue. Because at any given time, in any given person's relationship, it could be bad. It could go wrong. It could be, there can be issues. But that is not the quit all of quit. Like, I'm done because we have an argument. I like to share this before we get off. When we first got together, we were together for a while, and it took. We had a real bad argument one time early in our relationship. We was really basically new. We was newlyweds. We've been married for maybe a year, if that. So, but after that, we resolved the issue. But after that, it really took a couple of years before we actually grew into each other. And then one day we had an incident, we had an argument, or we had a disagreement. And because I wasn't used to arguing with her, I was terrified. I was like, okay, wow, we've been having this really great relationship up until this point, and now all of a sudden today, out of all the days, we have a disagreement, where we don't see eye to eye. And now to me, it's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Is she going to leave me because we had a disagreement because we didn't see eye to eye? So I know, right? She was like, I'm gonna get to stepping. So, but that wasn't the case. And she told me, she said, look, just because we didn't agree on something, or just because we had a disagreement, doesn't mean I'm leaving you. It just means we had a disagreement. Now let's talk about it. Let's fix it, and then let's move on. But I was terrified because I didn't know what to think, because we never had a real.
You better always think.
You know what I'm saying?
You better always think, because you never know.
I never really knew, and because of that, I was nervous. But she assured me that relationships ain't gonna be great all the time, and that's my turning point in the in knowing more about relationships and more about arguments and about disagreements. Is that they're there. It doesn't mean I love you. I mean that I don't love you. It just means I don't agree with you. Like I don't like what you just did, or I don't appreciate that.
And like we said in another video, and at the beginning of our relationship, we didn't have too many times where we disagreed.
Yeah.
Because we was always trying to make each other happy, so we would agree with each other all the time, and we kept going.
And then I grew up and out.
And then it's like, okay, that one disagreement, it kind of blew up, kind of within a few minutes, and it's like,
yeah,
why? You got your opinion and how you feel about it, and I have mine.
Yep,
and that's okay, because we're individuals. Just because we're married don't mean we will, you know what I'm saying, we got the same mind.
That's true.
We might have similar taste in things, but
yep,
we don't have the same mind. So
just keep
those things in mind,
okay,
when you're going through those situations.
Just talk about it. Just talk about it. Communicate. Something just came to mind that it's like we have an ATM card with a pin. We won't give that pin to very many people at all. So if you won't give your credit card or your debit card with the pin number to just anybody, then don't give your relationship to just anybody.
Give it up to
give
the
it
Lord.
To somebody. I can give it to my dad and say, "Hun, Dad, can you use this and get me some money out?" Or blah blah blah. Sure, I know he's going to go and he's going to do what he's supposed to do with my credit card or with my account. And the same for her too. But I can't just go and just give. I can't give my oldest son my credit card and say, because whatever.
Why not?
But,
yes, you did. You've done that a couple times.
Well, yeah, but I prayed about it. I prayed about giving my son my card.
Whatever.
I know you guys.
I'd be like, look.
I know you guys understand that too.
Yeah,
but for real though, on the real.
Just self-evaluate, communicate, and listen. Those are the three major tips that we could give you into making your relationship better.
That's it. So that being said, we appreciate you guys so much for joining in. And Eric, that's nothing. That's just sorry about that. Our ice and stuff is being melted and stuff off the house. It's been doing that all day since you've been asleep.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? She been.
You know, I'm from New York, so you know any little noise, you know, I'm like trying to figure it out. Like, where's that coming from?
So, but hey, we really appreciate you guys tuning in today and just taking the time out for us. Once again, we're not counselors. We just go off experience of what we've had over the last 20 years, and that's how we come. And we really appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch us.
Yes, and we are the Can't Get Right couple.
Have a great day.
Peace.
And tune in next time because we got some more great videos coming your way.
Yes, we do.
We do.